We thank you for traveling mercies. As we come here today to the final prelims of the icode784 competition, Lord, we commit this day into your care. We thank you for the teams that submitted their apps for the betterment of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and we pray for no technical difficulties today and for smooth proceedings. In Jesus' name, amen. At this time, we'd have welcome remarks from the Consumer and Public Relations Manager at the NTRC, Ms. Ria Lewis.
Pleasant good morning to everyone. This morning we begin the final category of the preliminary round judging for the icode784 competition, and today we're here to judge the open category. Our judges for this morning are Mr. Kareem Cambridge, Software Engineer and Developer, Mr. Haj Baker, System Administrator at the Inland Revenue Department, Ms. L'Oreal Robertson, Economist at the Ministry of Finance, and Mrs. Christine Goulburn, Managing Director of EK Apps. The rules for today: each team must consist of 2 persons. All teams will be required to submit a video presentation of no more than 7 minutes long, explaining their mobile application. Therefore, the judges will disregard any part of a video presentation that goes beyond the 7-minute mark. Judges would provide feedback at the end of each presentation. Prototypes are not required at the preliminary stage of judging. The top 10 teams from today's proceedings will advance to the finals on October 22nd, 2025 at the Kingston Baptist Church. The judging criteria are creativity 35, user experience 30, and the solution development and technology 35 points. The judge's decision is final. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lewis. At this time, I would go to the introduction of each judge. Ms. L'Oreal Robertson is a 33-year-old economist currently employed at the Ministry of Finance, Economic Planning, and Information Technology. She holds a bachelor's in economics from the University of the West Indies and a master's in development, economics, and policy from the University of Manchester in the UK. A Chevening scholar and current head of the SVG chapter of the Chevening alumni, Ms. Robertson supports initiative geared towards mentorship and innovation, fostering the next generation of leaders. She's committed to youth development and community philanthropy, having served as a member of the Leo Club and is currently a member of the Lions Club, Kingstown St. Vincent. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. L'Oreal Robertson. Our next judge is Mr. Karim Cambridge. Mr. Cambridge is a seasoned software engineer with over 10 years of experience delivering high-quality, scalable solutions across diverse platforms. He developed BeamX, the first rideshare app designed for St. Vincent and the Grenadines and the wider Caribbean, and also built the new SwiftPack mobile app. With a passion for innovation, he specializes in creating impactful digital solutions that address real-world challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Karim Cambridge. Our third judge today is Mr. Haj Baker. Mr. Baker is a system administrator and developer with over a dozen years of experience at the Inland Revenue Department. He obtained a bachelor's with honors in computer science from the University of Hertfordshire. Prior to this, he attended both the St. Vincent Grammar School and the St. Vincent Community College. A profound love for coding, proficient in Java and C++. Haj is also the other half of the Bro Grammars Inc., who placed third in the then I-squared competition hosted by the NTRC in 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Haj Baker. Our final judge for today is Ms. Chrislyn Goulburn Harry. Mrs. Harry is an accomplished professional with a unique blend of technical expertise and managerial acumen. Her diverse background and passion for technology and holistic well-being are evident in her academic achievements. Holding a Bachelor's of Science degree in Computer Science and Information Technology from the University of Technology, Jamaica, and a Master's degree in Management and Project Management, also from the University of the West Indies. Chrislyn works as a software developer and a part-time lecturer at the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Community College, and is now a project IT officer at the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project, where she is the National Project Manager for the Vinci Single Window for Trade. With over 20 years of experience as a project manager and software engineer, Chrislyn has established herself as a driving force in the field. As the founder and CEO of eCaps, a software development business in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, she specializes in crafting cutting-edge solutions, including enterprise web application, website design, mobile application development, and IT project management. Chrislyn is the first ICON Universal Acceptance Ambassador for the Caribbean and a founding member of the Internet Society St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Chrislyn Goulburn Harry. We have completed the introduction of our judges. As such, we will proceed straight into our presentations. The first team presenting today is the team Founders CO Island Time.
Money isn't the root to our happiness, but earning it is. That's what we like to say here at Island Time Bank. Hey, my name is Jalik, and unfortunately, due to logistical issues, Gabriel cannot join us. In a country gleaming with untapped talent and high rates of unemployment, we intend on relieving the pain point that faces most of our locals today. Solution? Fresh take on currency. While never directly competing with the value of the dollar, it holds similarities to the dollar, such as a non volatile rate of exchange, strong and secure network for transactions, and an economic boost with higher circulation. Let's tell you how it works. Sign up for a free account and list your skills. Request or offer your time. Get the job done and get your coin. Remember, 1 hour is one coin. This venture has the potential to provide unrivaled benefits to our country, from close knit communities to inclusion, ensuring no one is valued less than the other, to reputable benefits and the marketing of those who can no longer be seen. A business can't be called one if it can't keep itself alive. Here's how we plan to facilitate that. Transaction fees will be taken on the purchase of the coin, $15 per coin, so 10% of the purchase of the cost, which is approximately $1.50. However, no transaction fee will be taken on the cash in of the coin, which will be worth $10. Partnering with local businesses can mean a marketing route, cash into the business of a predetermined rate, meaning that if you take something at that place, then you can cash in our coin with them. Premium models can allow priority for users with a small monthly fee, like $5. As of right now, St. Vincent is our main concern, but we believe in the execution of this venture so much that we hope to expand globally because the market is bright with opportunities of growth elsewhere. Whenever money is mentioned, we would like to pay homage to the mission of Island Time, to give worth to people who don't believe in their craft, to give your time power. Time is the strongest weapon in your arsenal, to give you the freedom to express your craft in new ways without a hard binding monthly or yearly contract. So join us in bringing power to your time. And remember, your time is gold.
Thank you very much, Island Time. At this time, we'd open the floor for feedback from the judges.
Good. Hi, good day. Um, so feedback wise, I wish you guys talked more about the technology, the actual like back end, front end, etc. behind the app. There was hardly or no mention of that. There was not any mention really of the actual user experience also. It felt more like just an idea than an actual mobile app or not necessarily mobile like application itself. So yeah, that's it from me.
I don't really have much questions, guys. I'm just gonna have to agree with Karim. I was looking for a little bit more. How much time that they have? They had 7 minutes. Right. The video was about 3 minutes. So you guys could have at least utilized the time to just explain a little bit more as to what exactly the app is about, get into a little bit more detail, so we could like understand a little bit more. So that's it for me.
Hi. While I thought the presentation itself, like the display of the presentation, was good, I was struggling to understand exactly what the app was about, what it's supposed to do. Um, there was a lot for me to read, and I couldn't really keep up. So I didn't at any point get a full understanding of where of what it was supposed to what it was supposed to do. Additionally, like my other judges said, I didn't get any understanding of what the user experience would be like, what the technology would be, what you would be utilizing. So I do think it's a good idea, but it can use a lot more fleshing out so it's clearer for the everyday person to understand. Thank you.
Good morning. Chrislyn Goldburn Harry, for the record. I am in agreement with the sentiment shared by all judges. However, I do think that the idea is a good one. It can really make some strides. But with the society that we're living in, it's going to take a lot of PR work and maybe some change management activities as well. But the essence of the app and everything that is going to be included in it should have been explained a little bit more in order for us to judge this as effectively as possible. Nonetheless, I wish the team all the best and also success to the app. Thank you.
Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores. Presenting is Natslan with the app OneGov.
Accessing government services is difficult. The systems are plagued with confusing forms and vulnerable digital processes. On top of that, these websites often don't work on mobile, even though the majority of people use their phones to get online. Today we're presenting OneGov. With OneGov, we're consolidating every service into one place, designed to be simple, accessible, and actually useful for citizens. Take Vinlec, for example. No more piles of bills or cryptic labels. Instead, you see exactly what you owe. Want the details? Just tap. Have a new smart meter? Track usage in real time so you can finally control your costs and save money. But OneGov is much bigger than utilities. Renewing your license? 2 clicks. Taxes? Just add your yearly salary, any additional income, then submit. Now, let's talk about information. Right now, important updates come in the form of scattered Facebook posts or blurry WhatsApp statuses that have been shared one too many times. OneGov separates this into 2 clear screens. News, actual articles published by government agencies, all in one place. And because information should be accessible to everyone, every article can be listened to aloud with our built-in listen feature.
The Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment launched the Healthy Vinci Strong Nation initiative, a comprehensive program designed to promote healthy lifestyles.
Alerts, personalized outage, advisory, or emergency notifications, delivered only to the citizens they affect. If power is out in Brighton, only the residents of Brighton will be notified. Transportation is another area where citizens struggle. We actually wanted to make this part its own app, but now OneGov lets you track all movement across the country, monitor all flights accessing our airports, track ferry schedules and status updates, view available taxis, all in one convenient place, and e-bus. We're building on the government's existing system and making it finally usable. With our redesign, you only see the buses relevant to your destination. Simple, clear, and practical. Transportation is one of our most used public services. And now, for the first time, it's all visible, reliable, and connected. And when it comes to emergencies, OneGov adds a powerful new feature. From the home screen, just tap to unlock, slide to give consent, and you can report an emergency. Select the type of emergency, and instantly both nearby citizens and the relevant authorities are notified and provided with all the information needed to assist you. In a small island like ours, this can save lives. Of course, all of this requires serious security. That's why OneGov is built on Keycloak, a proven open source identity platform already used by governments worldwide. Verification happens in person once at a government office. After that, citizens can securely access every service with one identity. Every action is logged, auditable, and transparent, putting citizens in control of their data. For our tech stack, we're keeping things lean and realistic. Expo and React Native for cross-platform mobile development. Convex for a high-performance, all-in-one backend that's fully compliant with modern data protection standards, keeping user privacy and security at the core. Redis to keep OneGov fast and reliable by handling all of our caching needs. PostHog to improve the app through real usage insights, and Sentry to detect and resolve issues quickly, keeping OneGov smooth and reliable. Each individual department can use whatever systems they prefer. All OneGov requires is secure API access to connect their services. This stack makes OneGov scalable, secure, and future-proof, while remaining simple enough to be built and maintained right here in St. Vincent. OneGov might seem ambitious, but everything you've seen so far, we built for free. Imagine what we could do with real support. And this is just the start. The same simple, user-friendly design you've seen here will be applied to every other critical service: water, health, education, banking, and more. One app, every service. OneGov.
Thank you very much, Team Nathlon. At this time, we open the floor for feedback from the judges.
Hello to the team. I believe this idea is not only relevant, but it is also timely, especially because the country is now going through the digital transformation project. So this idea of putting all the government services on one platform is it's very creative, and it did highlight the fact that the presenters pulled on practical experiences and talked about things that are actually happening in the country right now. I want to say that I like that section of the app that deals with the news and also the targeted alerts. That was very creative. There isn't much negative I can say more than it's a great idea, and I wish the developers much success. Thank you.
Good morning to the team. I was quite impressed with the presentation. All the visuals, it made it easy to follow what your ideas are. I think that app would be something that is very, very relevant and very much needed in St. Vincent. I did write down that I find it very ambitious, so I'm glad that you would have mentioned that in your presentation. I do think getting that level of buy-in across the government service may be a little bit of a challenge, but it's not impossible. One of the things that I really enjoyed was the accessibility feature um, that allowed you to listen to the news and the alerts. That takes into consideration persons who can't hear. I do appreciate that you would have mentioned your security sourcing, your tech operations, your front and your back end, and the design was very user friendly. So if you do make it to the next round, I do look forward to seeing how the app would work in real time. So thank you.
Okay, guys. Good idea. Um, Me personally, I'm also a part of the digital transformation team. So I'm currently working on a few of these things, so I understand the need for them. Not really much anything. Sorry, it's not anything negative I can say about it, because we really do need easy access to some of these platforms. So I must commend the idea, guys. Okay.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. So the idea is great, guys. I think um, something very similar is needed in St. Vincent. Having, to pay bills and all that stuff on my own, I do find it frustrating to go to all the different platforms, Vinlec, CWS, etc. So something like this has always been on my mind. And as far as I know, the Caribbean, as Hash said, something like this is already in progress. I think you guys should reach out to Hash and get in contact about what's going on. Maybe you guys could join the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project. Who knows? But overall, it was good. I like the mention of the technologies. I personally use every single one of those technologies, literally for every single app that I use, that I make. So I I thought that was very good. So yeah, good job.
Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores. Time we'd see the third presentation from the team Luminous with the app We Play.
Good afternoon, judges. My name is Matthew Wilson, and along with my brother Luke Wilson, I would like to present our idea for a transformative national sports media app for St. Vincent and the Grenadines called We Play.
For years, St. Vincent and Grenadines has produced exceptional athletes. Most recently, we've been treating the exploits of Shafika Maloney, Handel Robin, Olex Anderson, and Obed McCoy. These names echo around stadiums globally, representing our nation with distinction. However, St. Vincent and Grenadines also produces some of the most talented youth sportsmen and women, whose efforts often go unrecognized, cause them not to receive the support they need to continue elevating their craft on the international stage. Behind every Shafika Maloney was a young sprinter breaking records at school sports. Behind every Owen McCoy was a teenager taking wickets in village cricket. But here's our challenge. While our international stars receive global recognition, our emerging talents compete in virtual silence. Right now, when a young swimmer from Union Island breaks a national record, or when a basketballer from Georgetown records a triple-double, these achievements vanish into the void. When our talented athletes perform incredible feats, their audiences are limited to whoever happens to be present. When international academy scouts search the Caribbean for talent, our athletes remain invisible to the very opportunities that could transform their lives and elevate our nation's sporting profile.
The We Play app will transform the sports media landscape in SAG by giving national athletes of all ages the visibility they deserve. Our goal is to connect fans, players, teams, and sponsors in one dynamic platform. Fans will be able to follow live results and tournament standings, staying connected to almost every sports game. The app will highlight weekly top performers and key statistics in an appealing way to ensure that our outstanding athletes receive their deserved spotlight. Through features, news articles, and highlight videos, users can relive the best moments from competitions across the country. Users will also benefit from upcoming match schedules and personalized reminders for their favorite teams, players, and leagues. With automatic social media integration, match results, highlights, and stats will be instantly shared to platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Each athlete will also have a dedicated profile, verified through data from local sporting organizations, showcasing their achievements and performance history to potential scouts and sponsors. Finally, a built-in sponsor hub will connect the teams, athletes, and tournaments with businesses and individuals willing to support them, create a direct pathway for investments in sports at all levels. How we play gathers data. Our information on WePlay comes from trusted sources. Schools, teams, news agencies, and sporting organizations can upload scores, match details, and player stats through a custom, easy-to-use admin portal, while official scorers or league reps can also submit data. Our team will post highlights and interviews with automatic integration of results and stats to social media. This combination of verified data and automated sharing ensures athletes are recognized and users stay accurately informed. We are hoping government support can aid the setup of such initiative, since it's a national interest.
Target markets. Our target market for WePlay is wide and inclusive. First, we have the fans, students, parents, and communities who want to follow their favorite athletes and teams. Then there are organizations and clubs who finally get a platform to showcase. Athletes themselves benefit through profiles and recognition, while scouts and coaches can use WePlay to identify emerging talents. Finally, sponsors and businesses gain a direct channel to engage with local sports audiences. In St. Vincent and the Grenadines, this means tapping into thousands of sports fans across football, cricket, athletics, basketball, netball, and more. But the opportunity doesn't stop here. Every Caribbean nation faces the same challenge: talented athletes with little visibility. By building a scalable platform, WePlay can expand regionally, becoming the go-to hub for Caribbean sports media. Right now, no single platform unifies local sports in this way. Apps like ESPN or Quick.info overlook our grassroots athletes. That's where WePlay steps in, for all people, all culture, and all talents. WePlay will generate revenue through three main streams: advertising, through payments for in-content ads such as KFC Play Every Week or Computech Highlights of the Day; live streaming, by providing the service of live streaming events on our platform for free; and then there are sponsorship service fees, a small service charge of 1 to 3% to facilitate sponsorship payments. While WePlay has immense potential, we must address our key challenges. Ensuring data accuracy requires verified inputs from sporting organizations and official records. User adoption will rely on partnerships and incentives to engage fans, athletes, and clubs, while technical infrastructure for live streaming and updates will use scalable cloud solutions. Addressing these challenges is essential to maintain reliability, grow our audience, and ensure the platform successfully promotes national sports. Today, we invite you to imagine St. Vincent and the Grenadines, where every athlete, from the village cricket pitch to national stadiums, has a stage. Every fan can follow their favorite teams, and sponsors can directly invest in the future of local sports. WePlay is more than just an app. It's a movement. Join us in making this vision a reality, connecting all athletes, all fans, all nation, both at home and across the diaspora. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Luminous. At this time, we open the floor for feedback from the judges.
Hi, good morning. I thought that was a very good presentation. I think it's very innovative app. It would be good to address the fact that a lot of our talent does go unrecognized. I think that y'all did a good job in showing how it would work, how it's relevant, how you would maintain the app through revenue. I would have liked to see a bit more about the back end, how you deal with data, how you deal with encryption, security, those types of things. However, I think this is a very good app. I think this is a very good idea. And I wish you all the best.
Good morning. Sharing the same sentiments here. It's a very great idea. It is also relevant, and I like how they used the talented Vincentians to showcase the relevance of this app, real live people. And I particularly like the fact that each athlete can go ahead and create their own personal profile. And like my colleague, I would have liked to see a little bit more about the technology. Apart from that, I believe sports fans will be happy about this app, and I wish it all the best. Thank you.
Hi guys. So for me, I think the idea is really great, but I think the presentation felt a little bit more like a business pitch, more than anything. I wish you guys talked more about the technology and showed actual real potential screenshots of what it could look like, because some of the screenshots you guys put just came from different online applications, like those, yeah, like the sports showing applications. But overall, the idea is really good. It could really benefit St. Vincent and the wider Caribbean. But yeah, I just wish it had a little bit more focus on the actual application itself. And you guys should have talked about what platforms the application would be on, because an application could be on everything from tablets, phones, websites, web apps. It really depends. So that's my review on it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores. Okay, so the presentation up next is from the team Duwati Tech with the app Duma.
Another leak. I've called 3 different places and no one can come out this week.
Meet Anna, a 45-year-old nurse, mother of 3, who always finds it difficult to find the right service provider to do repairs around her house.
I'm good at what I do. I've got the skills, the tools, but getting new clients, I can't go house to house looking for repair.
Meet Mark, also a 45-year-old entrepreneur, service guy, repair technician, builder, truck driver, who often finds a difficulty with getting customers to provide his service.
Duma effectively converts client frustration into guaranteed adoption while providing small businesses professionals, and skilled workers with a centralized, trustworthy, and feature-rich solution delivering platform. Our market research confirms that Duma is entering a segment where high demand meets critical pain points, ensuring rapid adoption and a clear path to monetization. The 92% client approval rating is validated by the sheer volume of high-frequency needs, with cleaning and home repair services as clear indicators of immediate and repeat business opportunities. Furthermore, the startling finding that 72% of clients have had a bad service experience, and the fact that 75% rely on word of mouth to find service providers underscores a desperate need for Duma's quality control and vetting process. To address this historic lack of trust, an overwhelming majority of 88% would love an app that provides in-app tracking of projects, payments, and communication. The majority of customers expressed preference for digital payment options over cash, signaling alignment with modern consumer behavior, driving security and retention. The high demand for core home services aligns perfectly with 95% of service providers who desperately need a dedicated channel to connect with potential clients reliably. Duma effectively converts client frustration into guaranteed adoption, while providing small businesses, professionals, and skilled workers with a centralized, trustworthy, and feature-rich solution delivering platform. To ensure Duma is built on a robust, scalable architecture leveraging AI-enabled features, we determined that approximately $60,000 Eastern Caribbean dollars will be required during the software development lifecycle over a period of 12 months. We intend to fund this project through personal investments and grants such as being offered through this icode competition. Once deployed, we estimate that our recurring technological costs would range from $1,800 to $2,500 Eastern Caribbean dollars.
So you might be wondering, how do we plan to generate our income to cover our recurring technological costs and other expenses? Now, we plan to do so in 4 major ways. Number 1, through commissions on premiums. Number 2, through ads, whereby our suppliers will advertise their products and services so that they can seek the right potential client. Number 3, through transactional fees. And 4, through affiliate programs on training platforms whereby our suppliers can better enhance their skills so that they can offer better and improved products and services. Duma is not just another app in a crowded marketplace. It's an app with the ability to transform frustrated customers to satisfied clients and turning skilled workers into thriving entrepreneurs.
We have developed the technical solution to a pervasive problem, providing security, efficiency, and scalability.
The model is proven, the market is ready, and the technology is about to be deployed. Duma is ready to move beyond the blueprint and scale for success.
Hi, good morning. It was a good presentation. However, I'm wondering regarding the statistics that would have been shared in the presentation. I think that if you make it to the finals, it would be good to actually see those statistics on screen and like how did you get to that? Because it was a lot just thrown out. I do think that in the middle of the presentation, it started to feel more like a commercial than a presentation, and it was so much was going on. I felt a bit distracted um, from what I need, from the information that I really needed to hear. I found that the presentation itself was a bit distracting. I do like the concept of matching customers with service providers. Sometimes it is very difficult to find the right person that you need to get the job done. Um, I do like that you all also spoke to how much it's actually going to cost to get the app up and running, as well as how you're going to deal with your recurring costs. However, I do think that there could have been more regarding the technology, the actual technology that was going to be used. I think it may have been mentioned maybe in the middle, but that kind of sped through. Um, but yeah, other than that, it's a good concept. So yeah.
Hey guys, like what L'Oreal said, I expected to see a little bit more about the application. I love the idea. You guys explained everything thoroughly, but I just wanted to see a little bit more about how the app actually works, the ins and outs of it, like the security features, etc., etc. Didn't really get much of that, so that's my only critique on it.
Good morning, Duarte Tech. Great presentation. I can see that you really put out the work in research and the presentation that you did. And the research that you did in coming up with this app, it was a great one. The app itself is relevant. It is a reality that we have in St. Vincent where we are not able sometimes to find the persons around the area that can provide the services that we need. However, just reiterating what the two judges before me said, there could have been more mention about the technology that was used, but you did go into the costing. We talked a little bit about the revenue. For your upcoming presentations, if you do make it though, there were some aspects of the video that was very distracting between the animation, the sounds, and the music, and we also had to do some music. Apart from that, I think you did a very good job, great app, and I wish you success.
Hi, Tex Duma. Yeah, so the biggest problem was the presentation. I think you guys should stray from this AI generative kind of video thing. It was really distracting. But I do get what you guys were trying to portray. For me, I personally, I think it's you guys are trying to say an app something like linked up InstaWalk, yeah, TaskRabbit, like a gig walking application. I do think Simvinci could benefit from something like that, like highly. I did the same thing for iCode like a couple of years ago, the same application essentially. So, but besides the presentation, you guys should have went in a little bit more about the actual technology and the user experience, and like maybe like showing how an actual consumer could actually like benefit from it. It's like, go in depth in that part instead of like the AI looking stuff. But other than that, yeah, great idea. Definitely needed it in St. Vincent.
Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores. The next presentation is from the team The Madem with with the app EcoTrack SVG.
Good day, judges, viewers, and innovators. I am Noah.
And I'm Jadiel.
And we are the Mandem.
And today we are proud to introduce our app, EcoTrack SVG, your pocket guide for sustainable living.
Now, let's be honest. When most of us here save the planet or save the earth, we picture something like melting ice caps. But here in SVG, sustainability is right at our doorstep. Trash on beaches, plastic in rivers, higher electricity bills because fans and ACs are running non-stop.
EcoTrack is designed to make green living simple, fun, and rewarding because change shouldn't feel like a punishment.
We are facing an environmental crisis here at home. Our beaches are polluted, mangroves are threatened, and plastic waste is everywhere. Many people want to help, but don't know where to start.
The issue isn't lack of care, it's lack of structure, motivation, and visuality. People recycle a bottle, plant a tree, or save electricity, but it feels like a drop in the ocean because they don't see the impact or connection with others.
EcoTrack SVG solves this by turning everyday eco actions into something visible, measurable, and fun, of course.
EcoTrack SVG helps people track eco actions like recycling, saving water, using less electricity, and joining community cleanups.
Each action earns points and badges. Think of it like the Duolingo, but for the environment. Except, instead of learning French, you're saving turtles.
The app also has a map of recycling stations and drop-off points. No more asking, where do I take these bottles?
And we send alerts and campaigns like tree planting drives, beach cleanups, and awareness events. EcoTrack makes it easy to act local and think global.
The app is clean, colorful, and easy to use. User log daily eco actions with one tap and point systems to keep them motivated.
Of course, we have our primary users, which are students, families, eco-conscious citizens, and even tourists. We also have our secondary users, which are schools, NGOs, and community groups who want to track collective impact.
The benefit, you may ask? People feel empowered because they can see their contribution adding up. One recycled bottle becomes a part of thousands logged across the country.
EcoTrack SVG is unique because it mixes gamification with community action. There are eco apps worldwide, but none tailored for SVG's real issues. It helps with plastic reduction, marine conservation, and energy efficiency.
We've also included interactive learning about our local plants and animals. Users can unlock eco-facts about SVG's parrots and endangered coral reefs. That's education plus action in one.
On the tech side, we use Flutter for a smooth cross-platform app. We also use Firebase to store and sync eco points and achievements in real time. We use Firestore to track user actions, events, and recycling station locations. For the gamification engine, we use custom storing and the reward system. For security, authentication is used so that points and achievements aren't gained unfairly.
Translation: EcoTrack SVG is secure, scalable, and socially ready. Imagine school competing to see who recycles more. It's possible.
Meet Daniel, a 16-year-old student. He loves turning off lights before school, earns 5 eco points, and later joins a beach cleanup for 50 points.
On the app, Daniel sees his class ranked number 1 in the school's eco leaderboard. He feels proud and even earns a free smoothie from one of our local sponsors.
Now, that's motivation. That's sustainability becoming part of our daily life.
And let's face it, if saving electricity came with badges and bragging rights, more of us would unplug chargers at night.
Exactly. EcoChat makes being eco-friendly as addictive as scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, except here the likes come from Mother Nature. Why EcoChat SVG, you may ask? In summary, our app is very creative. It is a gamified eco app tailored specifically for SVG. The user experience, it is easy to use, very fun, and very rewarding. For the technology side, it is scalable, secure, and community driven.
Yeah. It's not just an app, it's a movement. One where saving the planet feels rewarding instead of overwhelming.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
All right, so hello to the mandem. As somebody, I'm starting over, right? As somebody who is a champion for environmental issues and sustainable living, I must say that this app speaks to me personally. And the app itself can go a long way in St. Vincent and even beyond. Especially when we talk about the impacts of environmental and eco issues that we're currently experiencing. I like the user interface. It looks very friendly. I appreciate that you popped the hood and talked a little bit about the technology. The app is very innovative. There are other apps similar to it, like you mentioned, but there is none that is specifically tailored for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So great work, great research, great presentation, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Good morning, team. I must say, very good presentation. You really hit all of the points that needed to be hit, in my opinion. I do think this is a very relevant app, especially as our tourism industry continues to grow. It's important that us as Vincentians take a more active role in helping with sustainable practices, particularly at our tourism sites. Your user interface was very good, very easy to follow, very user-friendly. I do appreciate that you would have spoken to the technology, the security, the user interface, the fact that it would be available for both iPhones and Androids. I think you also would have hit on getting persons involved, getting users to actually buy in, and the fact that you would have outlined how that rewards process would have worked by, in interacting and in innovating with sponsors. I think this was really good. I wish you all the best. Whether you make it to the finals or not, I think this is something that should definitely be considered for implementation. Thank you.
Yeah, just like what my other judges were saying, this was a very good app. You guys touched on everything possible. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. So great presentation, guys.
Yeah, so good job to the EcoTrack team. I feel like you did check all the boxes, as my colleague said. The only comment I have is that how you mentioned that it's scalable at the end, you should have talked about how is it scalable. But other than that, it was pretty good overall.
Thank you very much, judges. At this time, we'll await the verification of the scores. At this time, the presentation from the next team would be Caribbean Tech with the act Work Hub.
There has been a sharp increase in TVET courses being offered and persons now being qualified in various skilled fields. However, if you wanted to find an air conditioning technician, a mechanic, or even a beauty tech who you can trust, you're limited to who you know in your immediate circle. Make the wrong choice in service provider and you can be left out of even more money trying to now fix what was done wrong. Which brings us to the problem. Quality professionals are out there, but they're usually only known in small circles. We are hoping to fix that with WorkHub. WorkHub is a local service marketplace that connects customers with trusted professionals across beauty, trades, and technical services. We want to revolutionize the way services are discovered and the people who provide them. We want to revolutionize the way they are able to find work. With WorkHub, customers can search professionals in their country based on category, compare, and book them straight from the app. These professionals, they get their own personal profile for free, where persons can see the services they offer, reviews they've been given, and any certifications or experience they may have. Small deposits can be paid online when a booking is being made, with the remainder due either in cash or online just before the service is delivered. And sometimes you know exactly what you want and your budget, but need to find that perfect fit. So WorkHub will allow you to post jobs with their specifications and your budget. Service providers matching these specifications will then be notified and allowed to send in a private bid for that job. How is WorkHub different from what is being done right now? It's a streamlined digital way of being a freelancer or managing a service business in SVG. And of course, it works in its entirety in SVG. Persons no longer need to know who to call when they need a specific service, and service providers can feel confident about their digital presence. We hope to be able to partner with the government. We hope to be able to partner with government agencies so as to highlight certified service providers, especially those with TVET or equivalent certification. WorkHub allows service providers to charge a deposit to fully secure bookings and receive online payments. And there will be built-in business tools for invoicing, gift cards, and of course, instant in-app messaging. How does this work for the customer? What is the user experience like? Let's say someone wants to book a nail appointment. She will browse that category in the app and compare professionals based on reviews, pricing, and any other details listed on their profiles. She can then exchange messages in the app with the person before she books. After being satisfied through communication that this person is able to provide the service, she can then proceed to make the booking and pay the deposit. All information in the app about service providers and the services they provide, along with cost and availability, are all managed by the service provider from within the same mobile app that customers use. The options available to you are different based on if you sign up as a client or if you sign up as a service provider. So after making her booking, she will get reminders when the time is near. Once the job is done, she marks it as complete within the app, and this has to be done by both client and service provider. She can then choose to leave a review, and the service provider receives due payment in their local bank account. Now, job posting and bidding operates identical. Let's say you need electrical work done. You detail it within the app. When would you like the work to start? When should it be completed? What exactly is needed? What is your budget? What skills are needed for this job? Once a job is posted, persons with the required skill sets are selected and notified by AI, and they can then send in a bid for review. Once a bid is accepted, it follows the same flow as before with payment. Now, in terms of technology, on the front end, we're making use of React Native, while in the back end, we're making use of a traditional LAMP stack, meaning Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. In terms of online payment, we're exploring the viability of Stripe Atlas. However, we believe winning this competition may help with enough proof of concept to get access to PowerTrans, an online payment processor for Eastern Caribbean dollars. For impact and scalability, now first of all, WorkHub is not limited by its technology, so it can scale regionally. Customers, they get to find certified and trusted professionals, and they feel secure by having a mediator in WorkHub. Professionals, they get more visibility. They get secured bookings through deposits and access to digital business tools. And because all of this will be happening in one app, it helps to formalize service transactions, allowing professionals to build track records and even leverage booking data for bank financing. So far, we've researched the market and the technology to build this. We've developed the back end and have a minimum viable product to show. If we win and get $30,000 in development, we're confident that we'd be able to release a closed beta of the app, integrate local payments, finalize the development of deposit first booking feature, work along with the government to integrate a certified pro feature, do a full launch and review within a 3 to 6 months timeline. My name is Sinas Hines, and along with me is Nyron Collis, and together we handle both the technology and the business aspect of WorkHub.
Thank you very much, Caribbean Tech. At this time, we open the floor for feedback from the judges.
Hey guys, again, great presentation. I just felt like there's something missing a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what, but again, great idea. I think you guys basically checked all the boxes in terms of, you know, the front and back end part. That's exactly what I was really looking for. You guys did explain exactly, you know, how the app works. Yes, building solutions, you know, we have a need for some of the applications. Me especially, I have a hard time finding, you know, people to actually get things done. So great idea, and you know, hope you guys continue and maybe at some point develop the app fully, and we can, you know, use it, you know, every day.
Good morning. Good presentation, Caribbean Tech. I do think that this is a good app. Very much needed in St. Vincent. Yes, I know there are some apps available where you can book certain things, but there's no local one specifically. And I think that is really important that we have our own. I do appreciate that you spoke about the technology on front and back end. I also appreciate the inclusion of a timeline so you can show a realistic rollout. Um, yeah, and it was a pretty good user interface as well. Um, yeah, I don't really have much else to say, but good presentation.
Hello, Caribbean Tech. I like the fact that you incorporated in your presentation of this some AI with some sentence and some basic culture. There was a lot of research done to compare the presentation. The idea for this app, Walk Hub, it's a great idea. It is both relevant and timely, and I wish you success going forward. Thank you.
Hi, so the Caribbean Tech team. Overall, the idea is good. Again, I think it's something that's really needed in St. Vincent. I feel like you could have gone a little bit more in depth in the user experience side of things, show how an actual consumer would connect to like an actual gig worker. And a little bit more research should have been done into the technology because you did not mention two things that threw me off a little bit, such as when you said notified by AI and using a LAM stack for this. I don't think that would be viable in 2025. But, and then you should work on how you would get, if you use Stripe Atlas or PowerTrans, you gotta explain how you would work local payments because you did mention that because there's no way for you to necessarily transfer, have your money come from Stripe or PowerTrans direct to the local bank here. It might be possible with PowerTrans, but yeah, those are my comments. If you guys make it to the finals, yeah, definitely change lamb stack for sure. But good job overall.
Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores. At this time, we have presentation from the team Year 10 with the app Lifeline.
Lifeline is a disaster response and community safety app built specifically for St. Vincent and the Grenadines, designed to connect people, shelters, and responders when it matters most. Unlike a mock-up, what you're seeing here is a working application, already functional with ongoing improvements. When you first open the app, Lifeline requests essential permissions, things like locations and notifications, so it can accurately detect your parish, display nearby shelters, and send you important alerts in real time. The home screen provides quick access to all safety tools, a risk assessment card based on data from NEMO, the Met Office, and other relevant data centers, high priority alerts, and quick access to nearby shelters. The home screen contains a toggle button to enable evacuation mode. Evacuation mode comes with many features that will be useful in the event of an emergency, such as guides to keep you focused, customizable call buttons, and the ability to update your status so that your loved ones can know if you are safe or in need of assistance. Adding someone is incredibly easy. Just insert the name and number, then select whether you would like them to see your safety status. On the feed page, users can view alerts and reports and filter by parishes. Each alert and report is clickable for more information. While the main features of the app shine when it comes to disasters, alerts and reports can be used all year round, from utility companies sending notices of planned or unplanned outages to individuals indicating accidents along the road. When a user clicks the report button, they are taken to a form where they can enter the type and severity of the incident, choose their location on the map, fill out a description, and add photos to the report. When submitted, it is either sent immediately or stored offline until you have internet connection. We hope Lifeline will be able to suit a wide variety of essential needs. The hub is a go-to screen for preparation before a disaster. It includes checklists, guides, and important contacts that you may need during the event of an emergency. The shelters page is used to view information on shelters across the islands of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You can click on a shelter to view information such as their capacity, contact information, the amenities they provide, and also view their location on the map. There are plans for the UI to be redone so that the information is more presentable to users. One of the key features of Lifeline is that it is built alongside a web panel that can be used to manage the data that the client app uses. Everything from viewing, editing, and adding alerts, to grouping reports to aid in better disaster response, Android, web, and desktop with relative ease, and to easily allow the sharing of data through two custom-made packages that both parts share. Currently, Lifeline stores its data through Google's Firebase. This allows for smooth data transfer to devices, stability for a large amount of data requests, and easy user management and authentication when needed. One of Lifeline's key features is that it enables data caching, allowing it to store data such as reports and alerts offline and sync them whenever there is usable internet access. This is done through the Hive package. The estimated budget for a complete rollout, this includes hosting, full authentication, web deployment, asset acquirement, testing, documentation, API integrations, database hosting, and other necessary development costs is between $25,000 to $32,000. A more detailed breakdown can be given if the app makes it to the finals. It should be mentioned that while there may have been attempts to create disaster apps in the past, it is our hope that Lifeline shall be more than just an app that is used during times of stress, but rather a reliable tool that communities can use to keep each other safe and to get the best response available. Admittedly, Lifeline is currently a work in progress, but the main thing is that it already works, proving innovation can build tools that truly make a difference. So choose Lifeline, and remember, your community, your safety, your lifeline.
Thank you very much, Year 10. At this time, we open the floor for feedback from the judges.
Hello, Year 10. What can I say? This app is already functional. It has passed the inception stage and is now being developed. But it's very creative. You touched all the points that we need for this judging activity to take place. But apart from that, it's considering that we just experienced some natural disasters that are pretty much fresh in our minds. This app was needed since yesterday, so I don't see any major incidents that would cause this app not to be accepted on the market. Alright, so from my end, I'm going to tell you great job, great research, great product, and keep up the good work, and I wish you all the best.
Okay, well done, Lifeline, Year 10. I think this was a very well researched, well crafted app for you to be able to show your very, very high level in-depth lines of code. Shows that I saw my fellow judges got really excited when code came on the screen. I think this is a very relevant app. Like my fellow judge would have said, we have dealt with many disasters recently, and with the way things are going, we may deal with many more in coming years. So well done. This is definitely something that needs to be developed. So congratulations.
Alright guys, well done. I think the app is needed, especially on Timberson. Usually when we say that there's weather out, it's usually by word of mouth. I might have to hear from somebody. I never really know exactly what's happening. So great presentation as well. I can tell you guys have really been putting a lot of work into this. Because, one, the app is working, and two, you guys actually showed us, the code behind it, which is something that I really like. So yeah, I think it was a great job. Thoroughly impressed.
Yeah, guys, great presentation. I have nothing more to say. My judges explained everything. Maybe if you guys make it to the finals, show us a real life use case, like with a hurricane coming, and yeah.
Thank you very much, judges. Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores.
What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
I just got here. I'm looking for some activities to do.
You enjoying the life, man?
Yeah, it's good, but it's a little bit boring. You know where can we kayak and stuff?
Bro, I'm the local here and I don't even know.
Wow.
Crazy, man.
Good day, judges. I am Noah Hahn.
I'm Jadia Bilinji.
And we are the Mandem.
Today, we are thrilled to present our mobile application, Vinci Venture, designed to help tourists and locals discover, plan, and enjoy activities across St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Our app combines local culture, technology, and convenience to make exploring SVG more easier, fun, and community-driven.
Tourists often struggle to find authentic experiences in St. Vincent. Even locals may miss out on events and activities due to lack of centralized information.
Activity hosts also face challenges promoting offerings, managing bookings, and building trust with visitors. Most apps either ignore our local context or require constant internet connectivity, which isn't reliable in many areas. Vinci Venture bridges these gaps. Our app allows users to explore nearby activities, check upcoming events, read reviews, and even book or message hosts directly.
For activity hosts, the app offers a dashboard to create listings, track analysis, and build verified profiles, so they can confidently reach visitors and manage their business.
Our app focuses on 4 key features for users. The first one, activity map and listings. When you just open the app, you will find attractions and activities nearby with a single tap. The second feature, event calendar. You would see pop-up events, festivals, and cultural experiences. The third feature, reviews and ratings. You can make informed decisions based on feedback from others. And the fourth feature is the booking and reservations. Reserve spots or directly message hosts for personalized experiences.
These features create an intuitive and enjoyable experience, saving users times while enriching their adventures in St. Vincent. For hosts, Vinci Ventures includes advertised activities, which they can upload images, prices, and schedules easily. They also have an analytics dashboard, which they can track views, clicks, and bookings to make data-driven decisions. Also, they have verified business profiles, which they can build trust with tourists and locals alike.
Well, you may ask, what makes Vinci Venture uniquely SVG? The first thing I will talk about is the offline support. Users can access listings, maps, and events even in areas with poor internet connection. The second thing is the cultural integration. Categories, labels, and icons reflect local dialects, proverbs, and symbols. The third thing is the community and eco-focus. It highlights eco-friendly or locally organized activities.
These features ensure that the app feels familiar and inclusive, making every user experience genuinely SVG focused. Gamification encourages users to explore more, while AI helps them discover hidden gems they might miss out.
Vinci Venture is designed to be highly user-friendly. The navigation is simple. You have the map view, calendar, and the search filters.
For hosts, the dashboard is simple, visual, and interactive, allowing them to manage bookings, update listings, and monitor engagement with ease.
The technologies used behind our app, Vinci Venture, ensures reliability, security, and scalability. For the front-end aspect of the app, it is built with Flutter for cross-platform mobile access on Android and iOS. The back-end aspect, Node was used with Express, which handles the bookings, analytics, and user accounts efficiently. For the database, we utilize MongoDB to store user data, activity listings, and reviews securely. For the AI module, we utilize TensorFlow Lite, which powers our activity recommendation engine. For the offline support, we plan to cache and local storage. We plan to use cache and local storage to ensure the app functionality without internet.
We also integrate secure authentication with Firebase Auth and encrypted communication for messaging between users and hosts. The system is designed to scale easily as our user base grows.
Vinci Venture benefits all stakeholders. Users discover events and activities efficiently, enhancing their travel or leisure experience. Hosts can reach more customers, manage bookings, and grow their business. The community benefits from increased tourism, cultural exposure, and eco-friendly initiatives.
This app supports local growth while putting SVG on the map as a tech-savvy, tourist-friendly destination.
To summarize, Vinci Venture is creative. It is uniquely tailored to SVG's culture and tourism. It is user-friendly, intuitive navigation and personalized experiences, and also technologically strong, offline capable, secure, scalable, and AI enhanced.
With these features, we confidently address the problem of discovering activities, managing bookings, and promoting local tourism effectively.
Join us in transforming the way SVG is explored. With Vinci Venture, every adventure begins at your fingertips.
Okay. Thank you for your attention. We are excited to answer any questions and show you how Vinci Venture can revolutionize tourism in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Thank you very much, Demandem. We will now open the floor for feedback from the judges.
A great presentation, Demandem. Vinci Venture is, it is relevant, it is timely, and tourism is a critical sector. And there can never be too many tourism apps out there, especially when it comes to marketing St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I particularly like the fact that you integrated the St. Vincent culture, the local language, as well as AI into the app. This is definitely something that is creative, and I can see you making waves on the market with this app. With that said, in terms of your technology stack, you user experience, you did a great job showcasing those, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Good job, Demandem. Like my fellow judge was saying, it's always good to have good quality tourism related apps. And it's not just tourism, it is local culture as well. Because as a local, sometimes I don't know what's going on until after it's happened or on the day. And I feel that causes us to sometimes miss out on good activities available across the island. One thing for me that stood out that wasn't mentioned yet is the offline access. I think that once you can get that implemented, that is a very good that's a very good feature and ensures that the length and breadth of the country can access the app at any time. But yeah, congratulations, well done.
Love the presentation, guys. As my fellow judges would have said, anything that showcases what we have to offer as a country, I'm always for it. You guys basically explain everything in full detail for me, so great concept, and I hope at some point this app will, become a reality.
Yeah, for me, the idea of the app is amazing. I personally think we need something that would show like all the activities that are happening in every week. But overall, good job.
Thank you very much, judges. At this time, we'd have a brief 10-minute break. We will now resume with this morning's presentations, and the next team is Tropitech with the app Garden Care.
My name is Chevelle Campbell.
And my name is Bastion,
and we are
Tropitech.
Supermarket prices for fruits and vegetables keep rising. Imagine walking into a store and realizing that tomatoes and peppers are now the same cost as a container of cooked food. It makes you wonder, should I just buy lunch instead? No, there's a better solution. Grow your own, and that's exactly what Garden Care is here to help you do. Garden Care is a mobile app that helps Vincentians grow their own food by combining AI-powered plant diagnosis, step-by-step local crop guides, weather alerts, a community hub, and a built-in garden journal so users can record what they've done, track plant progress, and learn from their own gardening journey. What are some challenges people face when growing crops? A knowledge gap. Many persons don't know what to plant, how to water it, and how to protect their crops. Unpredictable weather, unexpected rain, rising food costs, imported produce keeps getting more expensive every year. Lack of support. Most persons don't even know where to begin and who to turn to for guidance. So we did a questionnaire and few interviews with a few locals about planting their own crops, and these are the results. Approximately 10 persons said that they didn't know where to start. Some mentioned pest issues, some just couldn't commit, and roughly 60 persons are willing to try the app. Now, who does this app benefit? The app is primarily targeted for persons who are already or persons who are interested in planting crops. Small-scale farmers can also use the app, take advantage of the couple of our features on the app.
So, what are some of the features of Garden Care? Crop education. This is step-by-step planting guides. AI photo diagnosis. This is where a user can snap a picture and get instant advice. Weather alerts, real-time warnings to protect the garden. Community hub. This is a centralized place where fellow gardeners can share tips and ask questions. Achievements. This is a way to help to keep users interacting with the app. So the technology behind Garden Care. We are going to use Firebase and Firestore to have a secure cloud-based data storage and real-time tracking platform. This is where all of the authentication and security is going to be done. AI integration. This is where we'll use OpenAI to diagnose the images and to structure responses. And we're going to use a RAG database. This is a retrievable augmented generation for specific grain advice. This data, it will be gathered from St. Vincent and the Ministry of Agriculture. We're also going to use React Native for the front end for ease of development and its cross-platform capabilities. So for development cost, it will cost around 3,000 EC to do the front-end development. This is with React Native, and around 4,000 EC for the backend infrastructure. This is for Firebase AI integration. A bulk of the cost will be done here to ensure that the backend is properly done and it's secure for the users. Then we budget around 600 EC for monthly maintenance to update the servers and for support. This is the system application architecture workflow. When a user makes a request, it goes through to Firebase, which checks if the user is authenticated. If they're not authenticated, the request stops there. If they are authenticated, the Firebase then sends the request to our RAG database to pull the most relevant context. The context is then used as the key for our cache. If we already generated a response for this context, we return it immediately. If not, we send the context to OpenAI, which generates the answer. The new answer is then stored in the cache using the context, so the next time any user asks a similar question, we can return the response instantly. Finally, the result is delivered back to the user quickly and securely. Accessibility and sustainability. So the app will have a free tier, which includes planting guides and basic reminders for users. You'll have premium features such as the AI diagnostic, weather reminders, and more crop slots. You'll also have the option for people use where you have additional diagnosis. The app will be supported primarily by advertisement. We are also looking into a partnership deal with a government or a NGO support so we can get the premium features for users at no cost. This is a diagram of what we're aiming for with the application. This is the home page where we have the user being greeted. Then you will have a garden health section, and below we'll have the display of today's weather and its condition. We'll also have a section for quick action buttons. This is the My Garden page where you'll have an overview of all the crops that you have planted, and it will display the status indicators, whether or not they're healthy, which is based on when you last water them. You have the button to water and fertilize your plant. You can also track that. This is the Garden AI section. This is where users can ask questions regarding their plants. This is the community section. This is where a social space for gardeners to share and learn. You have features such as posts, tips, and questions from other users. They also have interactive features like likes, comments, and tags for easy discovery. This is the profile screen. It displays the user profile and the location with the bio. It also displays the achievements and active plants, streaks, and other badges. The users also have access to their posts and their payment plan.
Garden care is more than technology. It's a food security for St. Vincent and the Grenadines and beyond.
With smart technology, local advice, and a supportive community, Garden Care is a pocket assistant that everyone needs.
Together, join us in growing the future with Garden Care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tropitech. At this time, we'd open the floor for feedback from the judges.
Okay, Tropitech, very good presentation. Quite innovative for St. Vincent, especially given the fact that, like you mentioned, food security is a very big topic right now, and it is a way to get persons more interested in growing their own food. I do like that you showed the results of your questionnaire. I also like that you spoke of the AI photo diagnosis and that you went into the types of technology you plan to use. I do find the cost a little unrealistic. I do think it would cost more, and I don't want you to undercost yourself and not be able to get your app off the ground because it wasn't budgeted well, I should say. However, I do think this is a really good idea, and I can see it being very transformative for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So, well done.
Thank you. Hello, Tropitech. Great presentation. As we take a look at the existing geopolitical atmosphere, you can see where food security is becoming less of a want and more of a need. Therefore, this app is both relevant and also timely. I particularly like the fact that you integrated AI into your Q&A section, which is one of the challenges based on your questionnaire that persons are having. A lot of persons might not be able to, might not know how exactly to go about starting a garden backyard, and they will have a lot of questions. But great app, great presentation, and I wish you success.
Hey guys, great presentation. I think fellow judges already touched on the most important aspects. I don't know if I missed it, but in case I did, I don't know, maybe you guys at some point in the future may extend the app to at least maybe, sell whatever products or produce you guys may have. I think that might be also useful in the future for us. But overall, great presentation. I think you guys touched on, mostly everything I was looking for. So all the best.
Yeah, overall the presentation was good. I like the UI that you presented. The other judges touched on everything else. I agree with their sentiments. But good job overall.
Thank you very much, judges, and we would now await the verification of the scores. Our next team presenting is Founders CO with the app CSEC Help Hub.
A pleasant good night, ladies and gentlemen, judges, and fellow participants. We are Kenny Angelique. Our app is CSEC Help Hub.
The challenges for students. Every year, students across the Caribbean face the same challenge finding and understanding the exact requirements for CSEC and CAPE exams. Right now, resources are scattered, outdated, or expensive. Teachers also lack a single platform to distribute reliable materials. This results in stress, wasted time, and underperformance.
To this problem, we have created a solution together. Our solution is a mobile app built specifically for CSEC and CAPE students. What makes this app different than others, you may ask? This app provides exam criteria breakdown subject by subject, past papers and study guides, teacher-created video tutorials, personalized study planning tools. Everything students need is in one place at their fingertips.
Who we serve. Our primary audience is secondary students preparing for CSEC and tertiary students preparing for CAPE. Secondary audiences include teachers who can upload materials and parents and schools who want affordable tools to improve results. This is a large growing market. The thousands of students that take CSEC and CAPE yearly in the Caribbean. Approximately 27 secondary schools in SVG, 9,500 to 9,800 students, and 820 to 860 teachers. It is also estimated that there are 2,200 to 2,600 enrolled students and 80 to 100 lecturers at this SVGCC tertiary institution, with 4 divisions.
What is our business model, you may wonder? Our business model is freemium. Students can access basic exam criteria and tools for free, while premium subscriptions unlock advanced features like video tutorials and practice tests. We also offer a teacher marketplace. Teachers upload video lessons, premium users can access them for free, whilst the non-premium users can pay per video. How will this work? Teachers get paid and we earn commission.
Sustainability and growth. To sustain the app, we use multiple income streams: premium subscriptions, teacher marketplace commissions, schools buying access keys for the students. In the future, we could also add small ads, educational partnerships, and expansion.
Competitive advantage. Why would their app work? Or why would it be better? You may question. Unlike general study apps, ours is Caribbean focused on CSEC and CAPE. It's not just study guides, it combines official criteria such as offline and low data mode, teacher content, and school integration. This makes it affordable for students, profitable for teachers, and scalable across the Caribbean.
Our impact. For students, exam prep becomes clearer, easier, and more effective. For teachers, they gain a new income stream. For schools, it's an affordable digital learning tool. For SVG and the Caribbean, better exam results, more confident students, and a shift toward digital education.
Now you're probably wondering, what do they gain from this? Our vision is simple. Every Caribbean student should have the tools to succeed no matter their background. We're starting with SVG, but the potential is regional. Thank you for your time and thank you for consideration.
Thank you very much, Founder Theo. At this time, we have feedback from the judges.
Hello, Founders Co. I like the concept of your CSEC Help Hub. So great presentation, great research. I see that you did put a lot of effort into this idea that you came up with. You did a great job highlighting also the impact of the app, which we can agree that would be significant, right? You did fall a little bit short when it comes to feedback mechanism. And in terms of the judging criteria for this, you could have highlighted the technology stack a little bit more and also speak a little about the user experience. Apart from that, I think you did a great job and I wish you success. Thank you.
Founders Co. Good presentation, good idea. I especially appreciated once again the offline access because I do know for a lot of students, they may struggle with having internet access for school, particularly in underserved communities. I would have liked to see more about the technology, like my fellow judges would have said, and I didn't really see a clear app to give some type of indication of what the user experience would look like. But I definitely think this is something that could be developed more. So good job. Okay.
We now await the verification of the scores. The next team presenting is GEMS with the app GEMS Med.
Have you ever had to deal with a big set of files in the morning? Or having to go through all your filing cabinets just to realize the file is not even there? Or the Shamar Morgan you are looking for is not the one you are attending to at the moment? Just imagine if you had everything in one place. We are changing the way that patient management is done in St. Vincent and the Grenadines with the use of our homegrown software, GEMS Med. We are changing the way that patient records are managed, and that's just the beginning. GEMS Med leverages cutting-edge technology, cloud-based services, AI-driven scheduling algorithms, and real-time analytics to ensure that healthcare practices are at the forefront of digital innovation. GEMS Med provides AI summaries. Need a quick overview? Don't worry. GEMS Med has AI which summarizes patient histories instantly. So now doctors are always prepared. GEMS Med is accessible on multi-platforms. From a desktop to a tablet to a phone, it works anywhere on any screen. Security and social impact. Of course, GEMS Med features strong foundations. Having second thoughts about cybersecurity? Not to worry. GEMS Med is 100% secure. Behind the scenes, your data is protected with advanced security tools that increase protection against cyber attacks with surety that your data is totally backed up and safe against power outages, surges, natural disasters, and even freak accidents. Speech to text with AI. Doctors can talk while the system writes. Isn't that cool? Hands-free, fast, and yes, it even picks up if you have an accent. More focus on patients, less time typing. Upcoming features with the GEMS Med. GEMS Med will soon have imaging features that would allow doctors to quickly review and share x-rays and other scans, speeding up remote diagnosis. Lab results will now arrive clearly organized for a smarter care. To facilitate constant backups, GEMS Med is even stress tested with over 100,000 requests. That's almost the population of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, proving that we are ready to scale. All of this runs on strong security, backups, and proven tech. And as we grow, we're opening doors for young local information technology talent to work, build, and innovate our tech industry all across St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
In today's busy medical practices, missed appointments, scheduling confusion, and overworked staff are everyday problems. And every missed appointment means lost time, lost revenue, and most importantly, a patient who didn't get the care that they need. A patient who missed the diagnosis. With GEMS Med, appointments are just the beginning. Our platform sends automated reminders, reducing missed appointments and missed visits. By this app maximizes the efficiency of medical practices, thus helping to lower overhead costs. This contributes to a more efficient healthcare system, improving the economy by optimizing resources and reducing waste.
In addition, by streamlining processes, GEMS Med supports sustainable growth for practices, which in turn can help create new jobs and business opportunities in the healthcare sector and information technology as well. This will boost digital literacy nationwide, especially amongst young Vincentians as learners.
With fewer patient record files, appointment books, and less reliance on paper reminders, this app also promotes a greener future. Cutting down on paper waste and reducing environmental impact are a few of the advantages of these administrative tasks. This all falls in figment with Sustainable Development Goals 9 and 13 respectively. The future of healthcare is here.
And GEMS Med is leading the charge.
Thank you very much, GEMS Med. We now open the floor for feedback from the judges.
Thank you, GemsMed. Your GemsMed application is a great one. Great presentation, wonderful idea, and also wonderful app that we realize that the app has already been created and is currently under development. As we think about the digital transformative atmosphere that we are currently in, especially with what the government is going through, this particular app is very timely and it is also very relevant. Think about the example you gave where medical files and records are currently paper-based, and your app is coming in to solve that problem that we currently have. So great research. There is definitely a need for the service. Your user experience seems to be on point as well. And I like the fact that you integrated AI into your app. Um, you mentioned that the app is 100% secured. That is something that we may have to have more conversations on, that 100% security. I would have liked to see a little bit more about the technology. However, apart from that, I think you did a wonderful job, and I wish your app success going forward. Thank you.
So, great job. I think it's a wonderful idea. I have spoken to multiple doctors about the same idea pretty much because they really do need it. The user experience was good. Good job on creativity, but I do agree that you should have spoken more about the technology because, especially in this case where it's application where you're dealing with patients' data, it has to be very secure. So some mention of that, how you guys are handling security would have helped definitely, and just general the tech stack etc. with the application.
Hey guys, I love the idea. I have to agree with Mr. Cambridge. We do need applications like these in St. Vincent. I really want to see more about the back end and front end technologies and how data is stored securely, etc. Also, I don't know if it's in the cards for you guys or if you guys have any ideas, but maybe a little extension to users outside, maybe to book appointments or have profiles where if results come in, it will be updated so you can actually see. I don't know if that's a part of the scope for you guys, but just a little thought maybe. But that's it from me.
Good job, Gems. I don't really have much to say. My colleagues would have said the majority. I do think that the speech to text is a very good component, as sometimes you don't want to. It allows the doctors to not miss anything, particularly when you're giving your information and explaining your symptoms. I would have liked to have seen more specificity regarding, because you would have mentioned that you had security tools but you didn't go into what they were, and more about the technology. But other than that, I think it's a very good proposal, and it's very needed, especially for older doctors who would have been around for a really long time and have files that go back decades. So good job.
Thank you very much, judges. At this time, the next team presenting is the Tech Duo with the app Oasis.
Hi everyone, my name is Jasilda Silva. And my name is Sidel Campbell. Today we are presenting our app, Oasis. Around us, many people are silently struggling with stress, anxiety, and other challenges. Yet, they hesitate to seek the help that they need because of stigma, cost, or lack of access. This leads to people suffering in silence, sometimes until it's too late. This is why we came up with one simple solution: introducing Oasis. Mental health plays a crucial role in human life, especially during the teenage years. And with a platform designed to support it, we can empower people to take charge of their own mental well being. What is Oasis? Oasis is a wellness based mobile app that provides a safe, supportive space for people to check in with themselves and access help when needed. It is designed to make mental health care simple, private, enjoyable, and available anytime, anywhere. Oasis is a place where anyone can find comfort in knowing they are not alone. Who is our app catered to? Our target audience is none other than the general public, with a focus on individuals who are struggling with their mental health or just facing some personal challenges. Oasis will be available across devices such as phones, laptops, desktops, and tablets, so support is always accessible. We have designed Oasis with a multitude of features that bring comfort and care right at your fingertips. One example is guided meditation sessions to help calm the mind, a personalized mood tracker, a one-tap emergency support, and in addition, community chats where you could connect with others in safe spaces. Some security features of Oasis include end-to-end encryption, where all chats, calls, and shared files are encrypted, so only the user and therapist can access them. Anonymous accounts allow users to join without giving full personal details and they can use usernames instead of real names. Secure logins. Options like two-factor authentication and biometric login will be available to users. Session timeouts protects users if they forgot to log out on a shared device. Lastly, confidential mode is an option to blur sensitive notifications and hide conversation behind a pin. This ensures our users feel safe and protected. Our budget focuses on the essentials. Most of them go towards the app development and design, followed by cloud storage and strong security to protect our users' data. We've also set aside funds for therapist partnerships, marketing to reach users, ongoing maintenance, a small contingency fund for unexpected future costs. This ensures that Oasis is both reliable and sustainable. How will Oasis make money? One key part of Oasis is accessibility. We do not want money to be a barrier. That is why Oasis will remain free for its core services. We plan to sustain the app through partnership with non-government organizations, wellness brands, and optional premium features such as guided therapy packages. You may be asking, why is Oasis needed in St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Let me tell you. We live in a world where so many people are hurting quietly. They smile on the outside but carry heavy battles within. Too often, they do not reach out for help for whatever the reason might be. Oasis was created to be that safe space, a place of comfort and support, so no one has to face their struggles alone. We have also conducted a survey which states that 50% of people stated that they feel stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed on a weekly basis, while 40% stated that they feel that way daily. In addition, 64% of persons talk to their family and friends when they're struggling with certain things. However, this could only do so much. With limited outlets to help cope with these feelings, it's clear that Oasis is indeed needed in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. If we can improve the mental well-being of our people, we improve the strength, health, and future of our nation. Oasis is not just an app, it is a step forward towards hope. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Thank you very much, the tech duo. At this time, we now have feedback from the judges.
Okay. Good job, the tech duo. Good research. This is a very needed app. Well-needed application. We do see a lot of we have seen a lot of reports of persons struggling with mental health, persons who may have, taken their own lives because of lack of access to mental health services. It's also a good way to remove the stigma and for persons to get that confidentiality that they need. So I'm quite impressed with that. I do appreciate that you would have spoke to the security on the front end, but there is some information missing on your back end technology, your security, because again, it would be some kind of sensitive information being dealt with. But I do like the presentation, so good job.
Hello, the tech duo. Your Oasis app presentation was very well done. I think you did a great job with your research and also coming up with the concept that you did. There's a very big stigma attached with mental health and seeking help. Therefore, the opportunity that your app will provide for persons to anonymously seek help confidentially is very relevant, and it's also very welcoming. I agree with the cons highlighted by the judge before me, and there was one thing that I was wondering as well, and that is about the how do you plan to prevent persons from exploiting the system and also to deal with bullying within the app. Apart from that, I think you did an awesome job, and I wish you all the best.
Good presentation, guys. Of course, we know apps like these are always needed and very important. I didn't really have anything much to say. I'm impressed with the security on the front end of it, especially the part that says, the confidential mode where, you don't have to register with your full details. You could keep yourself anonymous, which I know is very important, especially when we deal with mental health. So I like that. You guys could have touched a little bit more on the security in the back end, but overall, great presentation.
Yeah, so overall, good presentation. I agree with the sentiments of the other judges that they really have that much to comment on further. That's it.
Thank you very much, judges. At this time, we'll wait the verification of the scores. At this time, we have another app by the team Luminous, and this app is called Vintra.
It's a problem that plagues our nation.
Last month, another family in Westfield lost their son to reckless driving.
Yesterday, a grandmother from Beckwith spent her entire day traveling to Kingston just to renew her vehicle license.
Right now, as we speak, countless passengers are risking their lives on the roads where enforcement is inconsistent and accidents are inevitable. We've normalized this crisis. What if I told you there's a solution that could cut traffic fatalities
while generating millions in revenue and make licensing simpler and paying your phone bill. My name is Luke Wilson, alongside me is my brother Matthew, and today we're introducing Vintra, the smart transportation system that will transform how St. Vincent and Grenadines moves.
Our transportation system is failing us in 3 critical ways. We lose too many lives in preventable accidents caused by speeding. Unlicensed drivers and vehicles that frankly shouldn't be on the road. Citizens waste entire days traveling to licensing offices, creating bottlenecks and frustration. Thousands of violations go undetected daily, costing our government millions in uncollected fines that could fund better infrastructure. The current system isn't just outdated, it's dangerous and expensive.
Vintra is a smart application system designed to modernize and optimize transportation in St. Vincent and Grenadines. It integrates our specialized vehicular monitoring software with the government's existing CCTV infrastructure to regulate and survey vehicle activity across the country. This system benefits everyone. For citizens, this means paying your vehicle license from your phone in minutes, not hours. No more long trips to Kingston. For the government, this means consistent and automated enforcement, increased revenue, and dramatically safer roads. For insurance agencies, reliable data for claims and risk profiling. And for families, this means bringing your loved ones home safely every night. We've already built and tested the core technology, and ultimately, Vintra makes our roads safer for everyone. In essence, Vintra relies on 2 key components: the government's operated CCTV infrastructure and the integration of several key stakeholders.
Here's how it works. Road monitoring and vehicle identification cameras scan license plates and capture key vehicle data. The system then checks licensing, speed, and roadworthiness parameters to ensure compliance. Enforcement offenses are flagged, fines are issued, and authorities are notified. Full traffic data is shared with the Royal St. Vincent Police Force and the licensing department. Selected data is made available to users via the mobile app for managing credentials and payments. All this happens automatically with minimal human intervention beyond the system updates and maintenance.
Now, it's always easy to say you have a working concept if you never have to prove it, but we like to walk the walk as well. Here, we have a few demo clips of Vintra in action. After selecting either live feed or local video, our custom Python-based application begins real-time analysis. With potential to connect hundreds of cameras, we'll be able to collect island-wide data on thousands of vehicles' location, speed, license plate numbers, and other information for further analysis. We're currently working on a plethora of other features such as wrong driving detection, which we'll be happy to share with you in the near future. As part of our feasibility assessment, we consulted with several key stakeholders. First, the Information and Technology Services Department to understand the current infrastructure and data management protocols. Then, the Traffic Division of the RSVG Police Force, who shared their difficulty in keeping up with the volume of traffic incidents and offenses. And of course, we listen to you, the public, frustrated by reckless driving, inefficient licensing, and a lack of enforcement. The message is clear. Change is needed, and it's needed now.
Benefits and impacts. Most importantly is the promotion of road safety and efficiency. Within 12 months, we project a 30% reduction in traffic accidents. That's lives saved and families kept whole. The system will be a major source of revenue annually in automated fine collection while reducing enforcement costs by hundreds of thousands. Citizens will save time, money, and frustration with digital force licensing services. And here's the best part. Vintra uses the infrastructure we already own. No massive new foundational investments are needed, just expanding the utilization of existing cameras and networks. Of course, no system is without its challenges. We have to overcome resistance to change, data security and privacy concerns, and limited camera coverage in remote areas. But these are challenges we're prepared to address with transparency, adaptability, and community engagement.
To address key challenges, our technical strategy focuses on robust security and seamless scalability. We plan to build Vintra on a trusted cloud platform like Amazon Web Services. For scalability, this cloud-native approach allows us to start with the current CCTV network and easily scale our processing power as more cameras are integrated across the country. By using microservices architecture, we can ensure the system handles increased user loads and data processing demands efficiently without compromising performance. For security, data privacy is paramount. These platforms provide world-class security and compliance with international protection standards. We'll implement end-to-end encryption for all data, both in transit and at rest. Furthermore, strict role-based access controls will be enforced, ensuring that only authorized personnel within the government departments can access sensitive information, protecting citizens' privacy at all times.
So why venture and why now? New projects often have an extensive training and implementation price tag, reaching into the millions. However, our system could pay for itself in just over a year. Every day we wait, more lives are at risk, more revenue is lost, and more citizens are frustrated by an outdated system. The question isn't whether we can afford to implement venture, it's whether we can afford not to. Let's stop accepting the unacceptable. Let's make St. Vincent and the Grenadines a model for smart, safe transportation in the Caribbean. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Luminous. We now have feedback from the judges.
Hello, Luminous. Great presentation. The app is it's an interesting one. It's a very powerful app, and you can definitely see it being utilized, not just for the public, but also to assist with law enforcement and other operations that are needed in the country. The live demo that you did, that was awesome. It really puts a spin on things and help us understand really what this app is about. I also like your motto: smart, soft, transform. What's transportation? Smart, safe transportation. But what I'm saying is, we are currently in the digital transformation atmosphere, and we definitely need apps like these coming out of the private sector to enhance whatever is happening within the public sector. So great job, great presentation, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Good presentation, guys. Like my fellow just said, we're in the height of our digital transformation project, so I understand the importance and the need for apps like these. So I wish you guys all the best. And again, great idea.
I would like to hear you talk about how you're gonna implement this with the current stuff that the police force already has. Oh wait, and I would like you to touch on how a little bit more on how it would actually help prevent accidents, because people will be negligent no matter what. So yeah, that's my comments.
Well done, Luminous. Well researched. I appreciated the demo. In fact, I was I was very intrigued that you were able to get that that information out. I do think that if this app were to go through, given the scale and the type of app it would definitely probably be something to be integrated into the government system, especially that they do have their digital transformation project currently taking place. But it's good to see that you recognize the need for apps of this type, and I think it was well done.
Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores. presentation. The next presentation is from the team S&N Innovations.
Everything Vinci. My name is Nathan Warwick.
And my name is Sarah Foster.
What is Everything Vinci? Everything Vinci is an app that is targeted towards persons visiting St. Vincent and Grenadines, locals as well as returning nationals. The app will guide you to tourist sites, attractions, and hidden gems across St. Vincent and the Grenadines while also supporting local communities.
Problem. Many tourists visit St. Vincent and the Grenadines without ever discovering its hidden gems. At the same time, locals who create beautiful crafts often struggle to make a living because it is difficult to sell their products.
Solution. Everything Vinci makes exploring St. Vincent and the Grenadines effortless, connecting you with stunning sites like waterfalls, beaches, and rivers, while linking you to local guides. It also creates opportunities for locals to sell their crafts, giving visitors and returning nationals easy access to authentic products.
Pros and cons. Pros. Users can easily find tourist sites. Users can easily access locally made crafts. It makes foreign exchange easier. The app uses a clear and visually appealing user interface, promotes and supports locals, and it boosts tourism in the country. Cons. It requires an active partnership with vendors, and the initial adoption may be slow without strong promotion.
Main features. Tourist sites. Access an interactive map that highlights waterfalls, beaches, rivers, transport hubs, and cultural spots. Built-in smart navigation ensures safe, efficient, and stress-free exploration of both popular attractions and hidden gems. Local services. Discover curated tours and authentic experiences powered by verified local guides and hosts. The app delivers personalized recommendations so every user gets unique, trustworthy, and memorable adventures. Local market. Browse an integrated marketplace featuring Vincentian crafts, foods, and traditional products. Tourists and returning nationals can purchase directly in-app, creating a seamless way to support local entrepreneurs while enjoying authentic culture.
Sustainability of the app. Everything Vinci is designed for long-term impact and growth. By supporting local businesses and promoting cultural heritage, the app ensures ongoing engagement from users while keeping the platform economically and culturally relevant. Its scalable, eco-conscious approach to guided exploration and digital infrastructure ensures the app remains reliable, up-to-date, and continually enriched with the authentic experiences for years to come.
Security. Everything Vinci is built with user safety and privacy at its core. Features include secure user authentication, encrypted data, controlled location sharing, and safe payment channels for the marketplace. With a privacy-first approach, users can explore, connect, and shop confidently, knowing their information and transactions are fully protected. Everything Vinci versus apps currently available. Unlike any other app currently available, Everything Vinci is the first all-in-one platform designed specifically for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. No other app connects visitors, locals, and returning nationals so seamlessly, making Everything Vinci the ultimate companion for exploring, discovering, and supporting the island.
And finally, this is a mock-up of the layout of how the app would look. So first you have your three main features, which would be tourist sites, local market, and local services. So first, let's say you choose tourist. When you click on tourist sites, you would have the options for waterfalls, beaches, the Grenadines, and other tourist attractions throughout St. Vincent and Grenadines. Under waterfalls, you would have the different waterfalls such as Trinity and Darkview, and when you click on these, you would also get a map and a brief history about the different sites. Let's say you click on local market instead. You would have the option for crafts, different products, and local cuisines. Let's say you choose crafts, and you would have the different crafts, When you choose these, you would see different parcels who sell different crafts at different price ranges. And lastly, let's say you choose local services. You would have tour guides and taxi services. If you were to choose a tour guide, you would have different tour guides for different places. So you have Lassafra and Vermont. When you choose them, you will see the different tour guides for each place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, S&N Innovations. We now have feedback from the judges.
Hello to S&N Innovations. I can tell that you did a lot of research, putting your presentation together, and you delivered it well, so great job on that. I would have liked to see, however, a little bit more information about the user experience, and also to highlight the technology that you would be using. Apart from that, I think you did a great job, and I wish everything Vinci success in the future. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Good presentation, as usual. Anything that showcase or highlights whatever tourism or whatever attraction that we have, I'm always for it. Well, not unfortunately, but I just wanted you guys to speak a little bit more about the technology. You guys touching it, but I think you guys could have went a little bit more in depth in that aspect. Some cases I really didn't. I was a little bit lost as to exactly what the app was, who it was geared towards, things like that. But overall, good presentation.
Yes, overall I think it's a good presentation, as Mr. Baker said. A little bit more of the technology was definitely needed, but I think I have a grasp of what is going on. Good job.
We now await the verification of the scores. The next app up is called Annie Tracker, and it's from the team Technology Dreamers.
Annie Tracker, smart livestock monitoring for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Whoa! Could you imagine real-time GPS plus health sensors to reduce theft, prevent loss, and detect illness early in your pets and livestock? Animal Tracker is intended to be a low-cost, farmer-friendly GPS plus sensor monitoring system designed for smallholders and medium-scale livestock operations across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As well as for pet owners, it provides location tracking, basic health telemetry, and an offline mobile app that utilizes GPS signals. Pilot with goats and sheep in one parish, then scale island-wide through the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Cooperatives. Why does this matter in SVG? St. Vincent and the Grenadines is geographically small but has lots of rural, hilly terrain where animals stray or get hidden easily. Many farmers operate small flocks, and losing a few animals could be a major economic hit to them. Vet coverage is limited in remote areas. Local early warnings save lives and costs. Theft and road accidents are frequent causes of livestock loss. Knowing where your animal is at all times is an exponential asset to maintaining livestock and monitoring pets. Mobile connectivity is improving, but still patchy in valleys. Solution must be offline resilient.
Problems solved. Theft and strays, geofence and movement alerts, late detection of illness, sensor-based activity, and temperature anomalies flagged. Inefficient labor, less time searching for lost animals, data property, historical data for grazing pattern, and veterinary assessment. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Core features: real-time GPS location plus history, lasts 7 to 30 days. Geofencing: set farm boundaries and receive alarms when animals exit or enter. Activity monitoring: accelerometer to detect lethargy and excessive movement. Temperature monitors, skin ambient for fever alert. SOS button on color for manual alert. Farmer press. Offline Force mobile app, local caching, background sync, SMS fallback alerts for low data areas if internet offline, web dashboard for farm managers or cooperatives. Multi-user support with role-based access farmer, vet, co-op or admin. Who will benefit? Animal farmers 1 to 20 animals. Cost sensitive, needs simple UI. Local vets received flagged animals, view will last 48 hours. Telemetry for triage. Ministry of Agriculture, data to target interventions and grant. Pet owners monitor beloved pets at all times.
Thank you very much, technology dreamers. We would now have feedback from the judges.
Good job, technology dreamers. This is a good idea. Like you would have mentioned, we have a lot of predial larceny where persons' livestock can get stolen or they can walk away. So I think this is something that would be very beneficial to them. I once again like the inclusion of offline access, specifically because a lot of farms are in the interior and areas that don't have very good internet connection or digital connection or whatnot. I do have some questions though regarding the maintenance of the GPS tracking. I saw y'all mention something about a collar that can be removed, so you may have to consider maybe chip implantation, which could increase the cost. You didn't really mention a lot about the actual cost. It could be an expensive venture. Additionally, I saw you spoke a bit of the frontline technology, but there was not a lot mentioned on the back end. How you're going to scale up your activity, or how are you going to maintain the data. But other than that, it was an innovative presentation.
Thank you, technology dreamers. Without repeating what my fellow judge said, I agree with her. I just want to add that the app is culturally relevant because we do live in a farming society. But you did do a lot of research that is evident in your presentation. So great job, great work. There were some items that we would have liked to see a little bit more, especially when it comes to the technology stack. But apart from that, I wish your app success. Thank you.
For me, Ms. Robertson said it all perfect.
Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores. At this time, we have another presentation from Technology Dreamers. This time, the app is called eShop784.
eShop784. Buy and sell anytime, anywhere, with a click of a button. Let's begin. How the app is helpful. Centralized marketplace. Right now, many Vincentian vendors rely on WhatsApp groups or Facebook pages to sell items. That's messy, hard to search, and doesn't guarantee buyer protection. The app provides one central hub where anyone at SVG and even abroad can browse products and services in an organized way. It's accessible anytime, anywhere. Buyers in the Grenadines often have to take ferries to shop in Kingston. With the app, they could order groceries, clothing, or hardware and have them delivered or resolved without travel. Vendors in rural villages like Marquardt or North Leeward even can reach customers island-wide, not just in their immediate community. A picture is worth 1,000 words. Affordable for vendors. Opening a physical storefront in Kingston is expensive. Rent, utilities, and staff. With the app, vendors can run an entire store from their phone for a tiny fraction of the cost.
Trust and security. The app provides verified vendor profiles, customer reviews, and secure payment options. Buyer feels safer than just sending money to an unknown WhatsApp contact. Delivery integration. Orders can be linked to local delivery service or even community codes. Bike riders, van drivers to get products where they need to go. Save time and transportation costs for both buyers and sellers. Youth empowerment. Young people can start micro businesses without needing a storefront. Example, a student could sell craft, baked goods, tutor service, or even digital products like graphic design, all from their phones. What the app can do. Features in detail. Vendor storefront. Each vendor gets their own mini store page with product photos, description, prices, and stock levels. Search and filters. Customers can quickly find products by category: food, fashion, service, electronics, local produce. Shopping cart and checkout. Simple step-by-step checkout process. Payment options. Search for mobile banking, credit or debit cards, and cash on delivery for trust billing. Delivery schedules. Vendors can set delivery times and customers can choose pickup or delivery. Customer reviews builds trust, encourage good service. Promotions. Vendors can create discounts, flash sales, or coupons. Analytics dashboard. Vendors see reposts on sales, popular products, and customer trends. Offline mode. Users can browse, catch catalogs, and resync when internet returns. Benefits for vendors. Wider market reach, island-wide. Not just local villages. No need for high overhead costs. Learn digital skills, uploading product, managing orders. Gain credibility with verified sellers' profiles. Ability to scale from hobby sellers to full-time businesses. For buyers. Convenience. Shop 24/7 from home. Wider varieties of product service in one place. Safer shopping with verified vendors. Saves travel costs, especially from Grenadines residents. Delivery and pickup flexibility. Support local entrepreneurs. Keep spending inside SVG instead of relying on outside platforms. Encourage youth innovation and employment. Strengthening resilience in times of crisis. Example, volcanic eruption, pandemic, when physical markets are disrupted.
eShop
Thank you very much, Technology Dreamers. We now have feedback from the judges.
Hello, Technology Dreamers. Great presentation. I like the fact that you highlighted the protection that is available for buyers, and also that you will be incorporating youth by saying youth empowerment. Right, we do live in an environment where everything is accessible at our fingertips, and why should shopping in St. Vincent and the Grenadines be any different, right? So great job. I do wish your app success in the future. Thank you.
Hey guys, cool presentation. I just want to see a little bit more, on the development and the technology aspect of it. If you guys make it to the finals, I think you guys should, stress a little bit more on that part so we could actually see how you guys plan on incorporating data in terms of like data protection and authentication and stuff like that. But overall, great presentation. I wish you guys all the best.
Okay, just a quick addition. Good presentation. I would have liked to see a bit more in depth about how you're going to secure your payment options, because if you're dealing with money, your back end would need to be well fleshed out. I do like that you allow, persons you can verify the vendor profiles to make sure that it's legitimate vendors and the other things that my colleagues would have said. But it was it's a good concept. There's some work to be done in terms of the actual app, but if you do make it, I look forward to seeing what that would look like.
Thank you very much, judges. The next team presenting is D-Tech Duo with the app Vinci Aspects.
I passed this place on my way to school the other day, and I had to wonder if it had always been there, and why was I only now seeing it? Girl, it's okay. I just one of them things too. It just be hidden in plain view and we just don't know it. If only there was something to keep us informed about these places. Hi everyone, my name is Giselle De Silva.
And my name is Sidel Campbell.
Today we are presenting to you our app,
Vinci Aspects. Even though there are sites that do provide information on the certain aspects of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, they mostly only scratch the surface on the myriad of facts that could be used to inform curious minds. This could discourage tourists from visiting as they don't see the excitement in even coming here. Tourists, most of the time, only stay in hotels or have a limited stay period. Therefore, they should be informed about the concrete, most interesting facts about our island. In addition, not many locals take the time out of their day to even explore their own island on the notion that they could see them whenever they want or have already seen them.
This is why we came up with one solution, Vinci Aspects. This app sends users on a gamified journey of island discovery, whether they are a tourist or local. It serves to challenge their critical thinking and observation skills. It is designed to solve the spread of misinformation or facts in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Vinci Aspects also aims to generate revenue for tour guides and small businesses connected to the tourism sector.
Who is our target audience? Any and all curious individuals who are intrigued about the aspects of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All are welcome.
Some features of Vinci Aspects include a discovery page where users will be able to filter and search by categories such as culture, history, and landmarks. On the leaderboard, users will be able to compete with other users for points based on the places they have visited. This encourages them to visit more places on the island. On the Create page, users will be able to create videos to inform others of places to visit or random facts about St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Some security features in Vinci aspects include in-app moderators who would monitor comments and posts to make sure that they are factual and not offensive. End-to-end encryption in transit. This ensures that whenever a user types, sends, or uploads something in-app, it is securely locked while traveling across the internet, so hackers or third parties cannot intercept it. Server-side validation checks game data against a secure database to prevent forgery or replay attack. Lastly, location verification. Whenever the user opens the app, a GPS will confirm that the user is actually at the site to avoid cheating. This will turn off when the app is closed.
Based on the budget for our app, most of it, around 40%, will go towards building and designing it. Cloud hosting and storage takes up about 15%. Security, about 10%. Content creation, which means all the work that needs to be put in to the app to create our accurate visuals, is 10% as well. Marketing is 15%, and maintenance, updates, and contingency fund for the future are 5% each.
You may be asking, how will we make money? Our main way of making money through the app will be advertising. We would adapt it across social media platforms and offer ad placements for businesses like hotels, restaurants, and entertainment spots. These businesses would pay a fee for their ads to appear in-app. From that revenue, a portion will be set aside as a creative fund to reward our content creators. That amount would then be split up based on their performance and points they have earned.
So, you may be asking, why this app? It's a fun new way to spend your time, whether a tourist navigating a new area or a local who's seen it 1,000 times over. And you're rewarded for your time spent exploring too. Even more so, you're provided with free, verified information in video format, which can aid learners, share the beauty of SVG, our island, and help locals reconnect with their heritage.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Thank you very much, Detect Duo. We now have feedback from the judges.
You know, I think the idea is kind of pretty cool, and you can even extend it to turn it into sort of like a kind of escape room where you set up like activities at these locations and have them solve them, you know, and like kind of like integrate that with the culture and like teach them a few things. But overall, the presentation was good, but I would have liked that you touched a little bit on the technology that would be used to like create the application and a little bit more on the user experience. But idea-wise, it's good.
Thank you to the Detect Duo for your presentation on Vinci aspects. You did a great job. I like that the mock-up that you presented mixed both the culture of St. Vincent and technology. And when I talk about the culture, I noticed that the draft design was using the SVG colors. That was very great. That is good for tourism. I would have liked to see more, like the fellow judge said, about the technology and also the platforms that the app would be available on. This app has a lot of potential, and I look forward to seeing it being fully developed in the future. And all the best to you. Thank you.
Well done on the presentation. I don't really have a lot to add, but I did like the concept of having in-app moderators to ensure the integrity of the information that is shared on the app. I saw that there was front end security mentioned and a little bit on the back end, but you could have gone more in detail about that. I think the gamification of the app makes it very innovative and something that I think would be very beneficial to Vincentions, because as much as it's a good incentive, and there's a lot to be discovered about the country, even that locals themselves don't really take the time to do. So I'm quite impressed with this presentation. Congratulations.
We now await the verification of the scores. The next presentation comes from the team Demand Them with the app YouthLink SVG.
Hi judges, I am Noah Horn and this is Shadiel Bilinchi and we are the Mandem. Today, we are thrilled to present our app YouthLink SVG, a mobile app designed specifically for young people in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to help them access scholarships, training, part-time jobs, and career building opportunities.
Many youth in SVG faces barriers when trying to access education, training, and work. Opportunities are scattered across different platforms and social media pages, making it confusing and time-consuming. Students and job seekers often miss deadlines and don't even know where to start. For example, a talented student might qualify for a scholarship but never simply apply because they didn't hear about it in time.
YouthLink is an interactive mobile app that centralizes opportunities and connects youth with mentors and skill building resources. The app's mission is to make opportunity access simple, clear, and very inspiring. We've designed it to appeal to students, recent graduates, and young professionals with content tailored to the SVG context, including local success stories and case studies to motivate users.
Now, let's go through the key features step by step. The first feature is the opportunity board, which users can browse through scholarships, internships, part-time jobs, and training programs. Each opportunity has a clear description, eligibility criteria, and application deadlines. Push notifications remind users of approaching deadlines. The second feature is the Skill Builder Hub. This section includes free guides and courses in coding, farming, digital design, and entrepreneurship. Users can track their progress and earn digital badges for completing modules. And the third feature is Mentorship Match. YouthLink SVG matches users with And the third feature is Mentorship Match. YouthLink SVG matches users with local professionals in their chosen field. For instance, a student interested in agribusiness can connect with a local farm owner for guides and advice. And the fourth feature is the event calendar, where users can stay informed about youth expos, career fairs, workshops, and online webinars
from SVG. to inspire users and show opportunities that are actually accessible locally. Additionally, the mentorship matching system encourages direct engagement, not just passive learning. Users can chat, schedule sessions, and receive feedback from professionals in real life.
The app interface is clean, visually appealing, and easy to navigate. Opportunities can be filtered by location, field, or deadline. Skill Builder includes interactive quizzes and progress tracking. Mentorship interactions include chat and appointment scheduling. Push notifications keep users informed without being overwhelmed. We even included a motivational dashboard where users see their achievements and milestones, fostering consistent engagement.
From a technical perspective, which is the software engineering aspect, for the front end, we utilized React Native for cross-platform compatibility, both on Android and iOS. On the back end, we utilize Firebase for real-time updates and secure data storage. For security, user data is encrypted with authentication and privacy controls. Also, for the stability of the app, the scalability of the app architecture can handle thousands of concurrent users. In the future, we plan to integrate AI-based opportunity suggestions, which will recommend scholarships or courses based on a user's interest and previous activity.
Okay. Imagine a student, Sarah, who wants to study agriculture but doesn't know where to start. She opens YouthLink SVG, finds a relevant scholarship, enroll in a short farming course via Skill Builder, and connect with a mentor who advises her on the application process. Within weeks, she's ready to apply, fully prepared and supported.
YouthLink SVG empowers young people to access opportunities, learn new skills, and build networks. It addresses unemployment, encourages continuous learning, and strengthens community connections by linking youth with local mentors and experts.
Our vision is for YouthLink SVG to become the go-to platform for all youth opportunities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We plan to expand features, add gamifications, and integrate. Our vision is for YouthLink SVG to become the go-to platform for opportunities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We plan to expand features, add gamifications, and integrate personalized AI recommendations to further support career development.
Thank you for your attention. We are happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, the Mandem. We now have feedback by the judges.
All right, good job, demand them. I think that this is a good idea, great idea actually. I don't think we have a lot of mentorship programs available for the youths today, especially now we need it more than ever. So I must commend you guys on the idea. I hope it you could extend it to outside of just academics, maybe like like character building and image building, things like that to just help youths even further. Um, you guys touch a lot on the technology as well, so good job with that. Again, it's very unique. So I hope that this app would actually become a reality because yes, we do need something like this.
Good job. Very good job. I was quite impressed by the presentation. Y'all did a lot of research. Even in the prototype that you would have submitted, I saw real-time existing scholarships, jobs. I do like, it feels like a very holistic one-stop shop. It's very relevant for young people. It can be very overwhelming to be researching scholarships, jobs, trainings, or feel like you're missing out because you just don't know where to look. So I think this is very good for our young people, especially as we're having so many persons either looking to go off to study or coming back from studying. I think that y'all did a lot of work on this. It was good to see that the technology aspect was included. I also liked hearing about future expansion of the app and its capabilities. So I think you all did a very good job, and I'm quite impressed. Thank you.
Hello, the mandem. Your app is very exciting, and I want to use the word wow to describe it. It is this will have a far-reaching positive impact on St. Vincent. Just with this one app, we see where you tackle multiple social challenges. I like the features. There's personalized alerts, calendars, and there's multiple integration. That is awesome. The app is well thought out, and I see that you already is planning. You're already planning for the future when you mentioned that you'll be thinking about AI integration soon. There's a lot of short-term success available in this app. I wish it success, and I also wish you success. Thank you.
Yeah, as my fellow judges said, I think the application is really good idea-wise, and I hope you guys pursue it further in the future.
Thank you very much, judges. We await the verification of the scores. The next team presenting is Technology Dreamers, and their app is called MindCare SVG.
Mindcare SVG. Accessible mental health support in the palm of your hand. Introduction. Mindcare SVG is a mobile mental health support app that provides self-help tools, therapy resources, mood tracking, and a safe space for Vincentians struggling with anxiety, depression, or stress. It reduces stigma by providing private, accessible, culturally relevant support and connects people to professional help when needed. Why this matters in SVG? Mental health issues in SVG like depression, anxiety, and trauma are underreported due to stigma. Access to in-person therapy is limited. Only a small number of clinical psychologists serve the whole island. Many communities, for example North Windward, North Leeward, and Grenadines Islands, are geographically isolated. People can't always easily travel to Kingston for therapy. School youth and young adults are especially vulnerable, but many fear seeking help openly. Natural disasters such as hurricanes, volcanic eruption of last affair in 2021 have left trauma and stress that persists today. Problem solved. Accessibility gap. Provides mental health support tools for people who can't access or afford therapy. Stigma. Private, discreet app encourages more people to seek help without fear of judgment. Lack of early intervention. Daily mood check-ins and self-help exercises detect patterns before crisis.
Core features. Crisis button. One tap connects to SVG mental health care hotline, hospital, or emergency services. Local directory. Contact info for psychologists, counselors, and social workers in SVG. Offline. False access. Many tools unable without data sync later when used. Mood trackers, daily prompts with emoji, sliders to log feelings, guided exercise, relaxation, breathing, journaling, and mindfulness tools. Resource library, articles, videos, and SVG, Pacific wellness resources, disaster recovery, coping strategies. Anonymous peer support, optional moderate community board or one-to-one chat with strict privacy safeguards. Pros and cons. Pros, accessible anywhere, anytime, especially useful in rural SVG. Helps normalize mental health conversations. Encourage self-care and early interventions. Can integrate with schools, workplace, and church for outreach. Cons. Not a replacement for professional therapy. Risk of over-reliance or self-diagnosis. Requires consistent moderation to prevent harmful discussion in community boards. Tech literacy gap among some older Vincentians. Target users in SVG. Youth 13 to 25, students stress about exams, unemployment, social pressure. Adults 25 to 50, workers facing financial stress, family challenges. Farmers in rural areas may struggle with isolation, disaster, trauma, alcohol misuse. Grenadines residents limit physical access to therapy services. Healthcare providers want tools to monitor and support patients remotely.
Thank you very much, technology dreamers. We now have feedback from the judges.
Hello, technology dreamers. Great presentation. Mental health is one critical service that is often overlooked because of several reasons. So it is great that you're doing an app to tackle this challenge. I also appreciate that your app integrates with other institutions by providing direct contact options where help is needed outside of the app. I do have one question though, and your app will be providing articles and resources, but my question is who will be monitoring the articles and the resources that are available on the app to ensure the relevance of it and that it is appropriately used. But apart from that, I'm gonna wish your app success and all the best to you as well in the future.
Thank you very much, judges. We now await the verification of the scores. Okay, and before we break for lunch, we'd have one more presentation, sorry, this afternoon, and that would be from the team Demand Them, and this app is called Island Skills.
Three, two, one. Island Skills, a mobile application that connects local skilled workers with customers and apprentices across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good day, my name is Noah Horn and this is Jadiel Bilinji and we are the Mandem.
Many residents struggle to find reliable local service providers for skilled trades, like carpentry, painting, plumbing, or electrical work. At the same time, young people interested in learning trades often lack direct access to apprenticeship. The gap results in lost opportunities and limits skills development in our communities.
Island Skills bridges this gap by connecting customers with reliable service providers while creating an apprentice mode to link youth with mentors. Our primary users are residents seeking skill services, local tradespeople wanting clients and reviews, young people seeking apprenticeships in trades.
Island Skills has four main features. Firstly, search and discovery. Users search by skill type, location, and availability. The second feature is rating and reviews, which builds trust by letting users see verified feedback. The third feature is secure in-app booking and payments, where you can schedule appointments and pay directly through the app. And the final feature is the apprentice mode, where youth can browse available mentors, request training sessions, and track progress.
What makes Island Skills unique is its dual focus on commerce and mentorship. Unlike other job or service apps, it connects clients to reliable professionals, it's locally tailored, and fosters community growth.
The interface is clean and structured by categories. Users receive notifications for bookings, mentor responses, and apprenticeship milestones. Tradespeople can manage schedules easily, while apprentices track their learning progress with visual dashboards.
For Island Skills, we chose Flutter for the front end, which is what you see, for fast cross-platform development. For the back end, we use Node to store user profiles, bookings, and ratings. Along with Node, MongoDB was also used. For security, encrypted payment processing and authentication was used via JWT tokens. Pertaining to scalability, cloud-hosted backend with load balancing to support growing users. This setup ensures high performance, security, and future expandability.
Imagine Lisa, a homeowner needing plumbing work. She searches on Island Skills, finds a highly rated plumber nearby, books and pays through the app. Meanwhile, her cousin, a teenager interested in plumbing, connects with the same professional through apprentice mode, gaining hands-on experience.
Island Skills strengthens local economies, builds trust between service providers and clients, and creates a pipeline for youth skill development.
We plan to add AI-based skill recommendations, gamified learning for apprentices, and integration with local trade unions. Island Skills is innovative, community-driven, and scalable. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Demand Them. We would now have feedback from the judges.
Demand Them again. Good job, like the presentation. I somehow think that this is a little bit similar to the U-Link. I don't know. Maybe in the future you guys might think about incorporating both applications. One could be the extension of the other. That's just my thought. I'm not sure, you guys would have the vision, you guys would know exactly what you guys want to accomplish. But this is just my 2 cents. Overall, I understand, who you're trying to reach. You guys could touch a little bit more, as usual, on the development and technology aspect of it. But overall, I applaud the idea.
Hello to the Mandem. Great presentation. The Island Skills app, or the idea of it, it's a good one. Any app that fosters community growth is always welcomed, and I think you are onto something here. You are entrepreneurs, and we see that you're pushing out a lot of great ideas. All the best with this app. We look forward to seeing it. And again, all the best to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, judges. At this point, we would break for lunch. We will resume at 1:30.